All right, everybody. Today we are
No, no, no,
jumping.
no, dude, stop, stop. You do this all the time. We're gonna do this a different way this time. Today we're gonna be talking about why this dude will never shut up during the podcast. My name is Justin,
I'm Ryan.
and today we have special guests Jeremie and Marcus. And yeah, we're going
This
to
is the
discuss.
Maddox Minute.
Well,
If you would like, subscribe, show some love, and let's take this journey.
and drop a comment below telling Ryan to shut up for once. But yeah, if any of y'all have seen, this dude talks a lot. No matter how much I edit out of the podcast, he is still talking 9 cents of the time. You've heard this dude repeat over and over like a broken record about half the stuff. But why?
Well, I mean, oh man, most of y'all know I have a TBI, traumatic brain injury. Got that out of the army. I'm not a nervous person, but for some reason, when doing these podcasts for a while, I guess it's the vision of seeing where I want it to go, and then just getting nervous, and then I just start rambling on, and with that TBI, I forget half the stuff I've already talked about. We laugh about the whole Dory syndrome. Um, so yeah, I forget. So, I mean, it's not an excuse, but I get nervous and I just keep talking. And
And keep talking and keep talking and keep talking.
yeah, it's a vicious cycle.
I mean, even Jeremy and Marcus have seen it in the mod chat in the server where you'll let one voice message in that's like a minute and a half long. And by that time, you have 7 more minutes worth of voice messages through. And it's not even the whole I'm driving. It's just to talk, just to hear yourself speak.
Oh, most of the time, um, it is because I'm driving. It's easier just to hit that button and hold instead of sitting there trying to text and drive. Um, Actually, was it yesterday whenever I had the injections?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm for those of y'all listening, I'm getting what's called prolotherapy. It's a liquid with oxygen molecules. It's injected into my spine and the muscle tissue around. Um, I'm essentially a pincushion. The one before that was just my lower back, and that was 79 injections. Yesterday, it was 168 injections. Um, I was showing them photos, all in my hairline, the base of my skull. Um, but it helps. It helps a lot, actually. Um, but I'm gonna eat another cracker that way somebody else can talk.
Jeremy, let's hear a little bit about you.
Uh, well, since he's self-moderating his talking with a cracker, I guess I could speak for a few. Uh,
You got about 15 seconds. You choose quickly.
well, we'll just have to keep force feeding him, I guess. Uh, Not much about me, really. I retired from the fire department, working on getting a new career and hanging out with you guys in chats all day and doing what I can, working on the side and living and loving life.
What's your what's your degree?
I'm going in for the computer animation, but I'm probably also going to stay for the VR and the game art. So I'm going to try to combine all three of them.
No, we're the old ones. in
Yeah.
our Discord server, and luckily enough for me, I'm not the old one. But I'm second in line though. I'll be 39 in August. How old are you?
45. Showing all those grays.
Yeah, that's man. Whenever I shaved my beard, I look younger, but I had this streak that just
Yep.
went down.
Yeah, I
Uh,
normally get the two, one on each side. It always hangs out.
yeah, man. I commend you like big time. You know, it's hard being older, having already lived a life and trying to start over. I mean, it really is. Um, you know, has it been more stressful or fun for you?
Uh, Probably more fun. I mean, I'm retired from the fire department, so I've got a pension from that. I actually, so this that would have been my second job change because I started off in construction when I was younger. So I'd already made the change slightly from construction to firefighting. Um, Although even when I was firefighting, I still had construction on the side because I would work 24 hours on and have 48 hours off at the fire department. So I had 2 days to work side jobs and stuff like that to make extra money. So this is kind of a third career technically, I guess would be the easiest way to look at it. But I have a pension from the fire department, so that kind of makes it a little bit more comfortable. I don't have to worry as much about work. I mean, I still work, so I have extra money, but I still have that comfort level that makes it a little bit easier to actually sit back and enjoy it this time instead of like grinding the school grind.
Yeah, yeah.
Even then, though, you still have to grind right now because of all three of you guys doing discrete math.
Oh, I'm done.
Okay,
Yeah.
this month y'all had to do discrete math. I don't even have that in my syllabus at all.
Well, see, I didn't have that either. I got lucky. I don't know if I have it later in my syllabus, but I was just the English comp this month, so it was
Well, see,
fairly laid back month.
y'all doing. See, you're saying it's laid back, and Justin, he's been vocal about like how much it sucks, but
It's just for the pure fact that I had one single lecture throughout all 4 weeks. Apparently, my instructor said that, oh, we're gonna, I have to go in at 1 o'clock and see if they can, fix my computer and all this other stuff. Nobody even knew he was doing a lecture at all. Apparently, he did a lecture and there's only one person that showed up. Nobody knew.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, so he drops the lecture and he's like, "Well, thank you to the one person that showed up."
yeah,
Didn't
it's
tell anybody.
some of the stuff that I've seen from you and other students doing English comp this month. There's some stuff that's irrelevant to what English would normally be. It's like they threw some extra stuff in there, and I guess maybe because we are going to a tech school, they wanted to make it a little bit more than what English comp normally would be. Because I've done comp 1 and 2, and y'all's just seem a bit different.
I mean, all in all, it's a filler class.
Yeah.
I mean, it does teach you the basics of how to talk and how to, be formal in a business setting. But let's be honest, it's a filler class. So, I mean, I get what you're saying. With my instructor had a bunch of problems as well. She was actually locked out of the system for like a week and a half because she had just gotten married. So they were trying to change her name and it actually locked her out of the system. So that was a big snafu for them as well. So, I mean, I still took away a bunch from the class, but it is what it is. It's always there's always gonna be filler classes that aren't gonna be exactly what we want. And we
Well,
just kind of
see,
push through them.
I actually start next month. I start web dev classes,
Okay.
but I have four of those. So the next 4 months is classes pertaining to my degree, and then I have English comp.
Okay.
So it's it would have made more sense to throw it at the beginning, but I think what they're trying to do is you know um, get most of my filler classes out of the way, but actually give me like a little bit of bait to keep me in. Because after discrete math, that's whoever came up with that name is deserves a spot in hell. Um, there's nothing discreet about it. It's um, it was showing. I read this deal and it was talking about how statistics is harder than calculus, but then it jumps in and it starts talking about how discrete math is harder than AP statistics. So it's not just regular statistics; it's a step up. So yeah, I'm reading this thing and it's just telling me how hard discrete math is, and this was man, we were still in psychology of play whenever I was reading this. So I had a few months of being scared before the class actually hit, and y'all knew about it. And yeah, luckily, and I'm not gonna lie, there's a few classes that I guess the answers, and some of those questions had like 8 parts, you know. So if you got one of those wrong, the whole question was wrong, even though you got the rest right. Um, but I would guess, just trying to kind of figure out, logically, like what kind of makes sense, but not knowing how to get the answer. And I was getting it right. So, I mean, I wasn't complaining about it. I was taking it as a dub. But there's a good bit that I still don't understand. So, just like Justin says, I need to go back and try to understand it more, because it's unfortunately going to come up, later. But I'm gonna take a break from it. But
So
we also. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, with back to the math, was yours, because I was in the same class, was
Mhm.
yours like maybe 3 or 4 paragraphs of what that lesson was, and then like a 10 to 20 minute video, if that?
Some of them was like a 20-minute video. And that's the way I was able to pass the class. And I was just about to introduce you, Marcus, because you've been pretty quiet.
Well, if you looked at the chat, he said he had to go take care of something real quick.
Oh yeah, I didn't.
Well, and
I?
that's why you talk enough to fill in for him, so you don't have to worry about it, right?
What's that?
I said that's also why you talk so much, so you can fill in for him, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Dude, he could fill in for everyone himself.
Well, the reason why I was asking about the math thing though was because like last month and the month before that, I had to take pre-calc and calculus. And the instructor I had was actually the guy in charge of that department. And the way his lectures were, they were like 40-minute long lectures, but I was able to grasp everything that I needed to know for that class. Whereas this class, I wasn't able to grasp any of it, because it was like, oh, this is what this is, and then here's a 10-minute video on how to do it, but it didn't really give us questions to work out and then a test.
Now, was it you? Uh, you were one of the ones that I helped during week 1, right?
I was asking you for help, but you were busy.
Oh,
But I ended up figuring it out anyways.
okay. Sorry about that.
No, it's life,
Which,
life first.
yeah, which is weird that anyone would have came to me for help. as, as very vocal as I was about math, but like, I got a lot of these papers with
I'm
notes.
so glad we could see anything that was on that paper and it completely wasn't blurred.
Yeah, I know, but
That was the whole point. He didn't want us to see the actual mess up, so that's why
yeah,
he blurred out.
yeah.
It's just repeating I like tacos on there. I like tacos.
Yes.
I like tacos. I like tacos. I like boolean tacos.
Oh man, that's like nothing that I'm glad it is over. Like seriously, but with the way they do this,
He pulled
like,
out the Triscuits.
oh yeah,
Yep.
no, bro, wheat thins. Come on, man.
No, you've called them Triscuits a couple times now.
Oh, once.
Yeah, it's uploaded on YouTube still.
But Marcus, you actually did calc through full cell.
Yeah, they made me take. So the first in January, it was oh geez, creative presentation, and then the next month it was psychology of play and pre-calc. So I was taking 2 classes,
Oh wow.
and then last month, which would have been May or March, I was taking. I can't even remember TIM and calculus, and I did better in calculus than I did in TIM. And I hate math like you.
Dude, 10 was super easy.
For me, I don't think I really like the class. I didn't just like some of the stuff in it. I'm like, what's the point of this?
Did we have the same? Did we have the same professor, Robert?
I had a white Maxwell, I think is who I had.
Oh, okay.
Were you just about to say you had a white guy?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Yeah, that's not a white guy.
Kind of narrows it down right there.
Does yours look like he could have worked at Abercrombie?
No.
Okay.
Oh no, that was for TEM. Yeah, that guy. Oh man. Yeah, let's not go down that rabbit hole because we don't know if someone from Full Sail will be watching this.
I didn't say any names.
My professor with discrete math, like I would watch the video, and sometimes I would watch a video 2 or 3 times, and then once I would do the actual the questions, whether I got it right or wrong, I would get feedback. Because there was times that I would do something that maybe had too many steps in it, and then I'd see that feedback and it would show me an easier way to get to the solution. So I actually took screenshots of all the feedback he gave me, and that's what helped me. If it wouldn't have been for that, having a professor that was on top of just really wanting you to understand it, then yeah, I would be having to retake that class over again. And like yesterday in chat, I was trying to be more, glass half full type deal. And
For the first time.
yeah, well, I mean, it's easier for me to give advice than to listen to my own, and that's pretty much everybody.
No, you're pretty bad about it.
But I mean, I do have good advice. Like what I said yesterday, I was like, if you do happen to fail, don't look at it as you failed and you're having a hard time. You get more time to learn that subject. So if you're really struggling with it, it's just like my oldest, believe it or not, the education system in Louisiana is few steps ahead of Texas. Like,
That's not saying much at all.
well, Texas, what he was learning in first grade, they were actually what kids here in third grade were learning is what Louisiana teaches at first grade, if that makes sense. So
Dude,
he passed whenever we moved in the middle of his first grade year, and he passed, but he was struggling. So we held him back just so he could actually,
be
get the
where he needs to
concept.
be.
And now he's in honors. I mean, this is the funniest thing. Y'all know how I hate math and how I'm against it big time. But Ian, he's in kindergarten this year, and this last summer I was teaching him multiplication. So they're wanting to put him in gifted and honors class. So I mean, to have a kindergarten and go up and spit out 6 times 9. Uh, I mean, it's pretty cool,
Hey, what's 7 plus 2?
3.
Okay. What's 7
But it
times
was
2?
3.5.
It's chair.
I was going through editing that earlier. It's like, oh yeah, I could tell them, there's 7 plus 2, and that's 14. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I did
7
say
plus
that.
2 is 9. 7 times 2 is 14.
Yeah.
I mean, who really uses math anyways?
I mean, looking at my screen or my stuff, I won't have to take a math class until my 12th month.
Oh, nice.
And that's just college math. But
Well, it's like
I do
I
take
don't even remember what I got.
I take a physical science class in my 10th month.
really.
A physical science class when I'm taking a cloud job or
Yeah.
cloud career.
Well, you got to know the physical science of how clouds actually work. So when
Mm-hmm.
they're
And
floating around and collecting the data.
Yeah, you need to know about the precipitation. You don't
Right.
want your cloud just flowing over.
Leaking all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
right, and then I have a technical writing class in my 20th month. And then I don't have statistics until 24.
Isn't all writing technical?
I mean, technically.
Technically.
Well played.
This is so bad. Like, dad jokes are horrible at times.
Yeah.
But then we also have like portfolio stuff and seminars, and I have to take some cyber classes, even though I'm just going for full bachelor's in IT.
I'm actually thinking about since we are doing accelerated learning, to get my master's. It'll only be an extra year.
Really?
Yeah, it's
So
between 9 to 12 months to get your master's at Full Sail, depending on the course.
so
Yours isn't that hard though, so I think yours is around 10 months. Mine's a full 12 because it's delving deeper into everything.
yeah, so what I kind of thought about doing is the school here, they actually have kind of like an intro to computer science um, at the high school. And I thought about possibly teaching for a little bit. And that would give me
Plenty of
enough
opportunity to
free
talk.
time to be able to continue school, you know? Um,
You'd be able to
I,
talk to your heart's delight, and no one could tell you to shut up.
I suppose, yeah, that would work.
Professor Maddox, we're supposed to be learning about chapters 2 through 6 today, and you've spent most of the time talking about tacos.
I mean, that's not a bad topic.
Yeah,
Let's be honest.
man, my watch is being weird. It keeps telling me that I'm running.
Your mouth or
Yeah.
Ta-da-da-da-da-da.
Ryan, let's be honest. The only thing that runs is your mouth.
Oh,
Actually, I could just take your wheat thins and drive away with them and see how fast you run to catch up to me.
I mean, I have a few pew pews.
And then pew pew away.
That that video I sent y'all, the AR on trial.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm really, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with my degree.
I do have one thing you could do. You could create websites. Exactly what you're supposed to do with your degree.
Really?
I mean, you are in web dev, development of websites.
Hmm.
So it would only that's like Jeremy saying, "Hey, I'm gonna
Never
go take
thought of
all
it
these
that way.
classes. Oh, I'm gonna write a novel now."
I mean, I am writing a comic book, so that kind of
Yeah, you got me there. But you need someone to help publish that comic book on the web. He can
very
make you a
true.
site. I could run the APIs and everything.
I mean, actually, you're going to be in a great position anyways, because we are all going to need our own websites for self-advertising. So,
I've actually really been thinking, um, like how cool it would be for us to actually, like
Swear to God, if you're
I
stealing my idea, I'm gonna slap you.
no, I've done business, so as far as running a business, like, we could all use our strengths, a couple of us, start our own, business and run with it.
Well, I mean, it's similar to my idea, and that was we take someone from each of the categories, and we could have a project going on that develops into something.
right.
Like we have the bot master Josh. He's doing cyber, so he could take care of all the security stuff. I'm doing cloud stuff. So I mean, that's transmitting of data between servers and everything else like that. You could design the web stuff. Jeremy can do all of his 8 degrees that he's trying to go for.
Well, see, here's the thing. We can let me get
We could take Brandy since she's doing writing, and she could be
see,
the one that writes all the stuff for us.
we can actually make that, like an LLC, and then make this podcast a DBA, you know. That way,
Dad Bods Association.
no,
Yes.
doing business as
I like the Dad Bods Association better.
yeah. No, not right now. Close the door. I have to lock that thing. But no, you know, um, we can have like a parent company, and then all of us, if we want, like this is a side project. Jeremie can have a side project, and it all be linked as the parent company, and that right there, you can have it written to where even though Jeremie would be working under the umbrella of the corporation, everything that he does is, his own little separate deal to where it doesn't pay into the corporation or anything like that, but you can actually use it, and there's, different tax write-offs and different things that, it opens up. So, I mean, we can actually make something that's pretty big and just have, subsidiaries off of it. And I mean, it would work. And being that everything we're doing can be done remotely, we're not going to have much overhead. You know, we're there's no need for a big building.
And let's see. And then if you use any portion of your house for work, you can technically write off that amount of your rent, mortgage, whatever, and utilities on taxes.
Mm-hmm.
Was that one of your giant dogs that just...
So the littler one sounds like a turkey when she barks.
Okay. I've seen two large breeds that should have really deep barks, and all of
Yeah.
a sudden, you were having Thanksgiving at your house.
Yes. Yeah. The smaller pitty is a turkey gobbler.
Okay. Oh,
Good times. Good times.
I'm gonna have to
This is my
replay
existence. Yeah.
that. Oh man.
So
It's one of the things I love about being editor is I got to go through and just watch the video 100 times and just play back all my funniest parts.
I was gonna say, do I get a copy of the raw?
Yes.
Perfect.
see, one of the things, and it's weird, going back and watching your own video. Like, I mean, Justin gets to watch it a whole bunch, but actually sitting there and watching it, I'm giving it a view, trying to help it out, but doesn't help it out too much. But it's actually interesting, and then I start to realize, I'm like, damn, I just really don't shut up.
You don't.
But I know that it's an issue, so it's something that I am trying to work on, and that's why I was like, yeah, we need to make an episode about this.
Dude, okay, so when I go into Zoom, I can get separate audio files for everybody here. Do you know how much my file sizes usually are? They're about
Like 1 gig, or not 1 gig.
megabyte.
Giggity.
Yeah.
They're about 7 to 17. Ryan's average in the 60 to 80 megabyte range. And it's not a joke either. That's why I just take everything to speaker or gallery view, is just save my memory.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. We do need to get you something, that way you can, play some games with us.
Well, see, if Fortnite wasn't going to take up over half of this brand new laptop's memory, That'd be good.
Which laptop did you get?
It was the MacBook from school.
Oh, nice.
The MacBook Pro 16-inch M2 Pro chip. I mean, this thing is like super fast.
Oh, nice.
It was released just a little over 4 months ago. It was released January 17th of this year. And the fact that Full Sail already had it was ridiculous.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
it's nothing compared to y'all's MSI though that y'all got.
Thing is pretty wicked.
I think that's what 32 gigabytes of RAM, just standard.
Yeah, y'all. Well, we all got the 9th gen iPad.
I got 8th, I think.
Really?
No, I think you got the Galaxy Tab 8.
Yeah, but to begin with,
I got
the iPad too.
I'm pretty sure that everyone got the 9th gen.
Yeah,
see,
I have the Tab 8 Ultra. But then I have I didn't like the 9th gen, so I went ahead and gave the 9th gen to my oldest, and I got the new iPad.
But you got to make sure that you're using your MacBook and your iPad now to sidecar it. You have yourself a wireless monitor.
Yeah.
So when you're doing all your coding and everything, you can just sit there and just drag everything over to the next side.
Yeah.
Or in my case, I can just throw it up on the 65-inch TV.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I have, this TV right here.
Because you're lazy.
Well, I mean, this is where I game, and
because you're lazy.
I mean, I'm not arguing with you, but I mean, I game and do everything like right here.
Podcast, Wheat Thins, Dr. Pepper, game, sleep.
I need to get a little mini refrigerator.
I apologize if there's a lot of background noise right now. The rats are going nuts.
Nothing at all, actually.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Cool. That works out.
But
now you just sound like a crazy guy.
All the rats are going crazy.
Hey, Bruno.
I mean, if someone saw my car right now, they think I'm a crazy dog person.
I mean,
how's the puppers doing?
One of them's like literally chilling on my lap, and there's no way for him to get on my lap from where I put him. You've seen the inside of the Challengers. They look like a cockpit. So you've got that little like center it's not little. You got the center console that divides the seats.
Right.
And he climbed up over the center console onto my lap, and I'm like, no, dude.
You're saying no, but he's saying scoot over.
Apparently, this is my dog now. Hopefully, it's the right one.
Huh? What do you mean? Apparently, it's yours now.
Well, because I got 3 puppies. 2 of them are for my business partner, I guess you could call him, because he's not really my boss, but he's my boss. I own my own company, though, so that's why I'm saying technically he's not my boss.
So, are you contracted out, or is it
subcontract?
I own my company that subcontracts out for him. I'm the project manager for him, but my company is the project manager, and I find subcontractors to do the work.
Okay.
That's the biggest level of inception that I could think about construction-wise currently. It's not your manager, but because you're the owner of your own thing. But being the owner, you have to subcontract out. You have people underneath you, but then you also have a dude that's over you.
He just finds the houses and pays for the supplies and pays me to pay the subcontractors.
So investor.
Yes, basically.
Okay.
This is
And-
completely random,
Of course it is.
but say you got a hooker and a pimp. Could the pimp be the contractor and the hooker be the subcontractor?
And
the condom's the middle guy, or
if you want to go technically speaking, yes. The prostitute could be looked at as self-employed. And you could find a way to make it a legitimate business. Well, not legitimate, but on paper legitimate.
What?
Whereas the pimp could be, a pimp named Slinkback is your boss, but you're just kind of contracted out to other clients.
Now, if you were to itemize,
Plan B, condoms, alcohol, gas, medical bills.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're a pimp, you got a car, so your car, your gas, your mileage, car insurance.
the powder for your hand for the pimp slap.
Keep the pim pam strong.
Yep.
But anyways, back to the puppy story.
Yes.
The investor. How did we go from puppies to? I don't know. No. Anyways.
So wait, investor. So is he the pimp and you're the prostitute in this situation?
I don't know.
Yes.
He was telling me like 3-4 months ago. He's like, man, I want to get some full-blooded German Shepherd puppies for my boys, and I have a German Shepherd at home, and she's lonely because it's just her. So he's like, I want puppies. So because I shop at the same Home Depot every day, 365 days a year.
But what about
This
when
guy
they're
hit me.
closed?
What about a leap year?
Than 375.
Wait, whoa,
Wow.
360.
That's an excessive leap year.
Yes.
It's been a long day, okay? I've been on the go since 5:30, and it is 7:30 for me.
Okay, and if you want to get technical, I mean, there's
California has long
365.
years.
Ryan, shut up.
What? Huh?
Shut your mouth before I make you shut it.
What?
That is what. Mute it up. But technically, there's 365 and 1/4 days in a year. So what are you doing for the other quarter of a day?
Allegedly.
That's the day they're closed, so I can't go.
I mean, that's fair. It makes up for the last day.
But guy at Home Depot is like, hey, my dogs had puppies. Do you know anyone that wants a German Shepherd? And so I called the investor. I'm like, hey, you still want German Shepherd puppies, right? He's like, yeah. So they were finally ready to go pick up, and and I wanted one.
Everyone watching the YouTube video, if you're wondering what me and Ryan were just doing to shut him up for a second so Marcus could talk, I kept on muting him and he kept on unmuting himself. And so I just put him in the waiting room.
He's been put on timeout.
Oh, what's up? The child let me back in.
There you
go. Speaking of
do not go by my feet, dude, because I am driving and that is a bad spot.
But it's so warm there.
I got the AC on because it is still 90 degrees outside at 7:30 at night.
Oh, that must be nice. I think I'm at 50 right now.
Yeah, it's 52 here.
Nice.
Can I send you guys my weather and you send me yours?
Yes, please.
It never rains here.
It rains all the time here.
It's been raining the past 3 days now.
Yeah.
But then the next 3 years will go without rain.
Yeah, it's 53 here, but it rained 3.5 full days. We have 4 days off of rain now, and then it's supposed to rain for another like 4 days again.
How is it 4 days if it's 3.5?
Hmm?
3 full
That
days
was
and half a day?
that was the half a day off that Marcus was talking about a second ago.
It rained continuously for 3 full days, 72 hours.
Mama.
Okay. And then the next morning it
Yeah.
stopped and rained that next night.
Oh, so it wasn't even a half a day.
It rained through the night.
Mamas, you're not mine. You're gonna be my investors. Why are you wanting this attention from me?
So we're just trying to keep this like legal now, just calling him the investor.
I really don't know what to call him because he's.
You
I
can
don't,
call
he,
him daddy.
no, thank you.
Wait, what? Who
What?
called
No one's talking to you.
you?
He just heard the word daddy and wanted involved.
I mean, it is what it is.
He just wants to feel loved for once. We are married. We don't ever feel love.
Truth.
We get screwed, but not in the good way.
I was about to say. I was
So
like,
so we're back to the pimp and prostitute conversation.
yeah, I mean, Jeremy. I mean, if you want to be a pimp, I'll keep your number, speed dial.
I mean, side business. Ryan finally gets laid. You get some extra money off the top.
So that would make me the subcontractor. Oh wait, no, you're talking about okay, not me being a hooker.
No, you be the subcontractor.
I'd let you be my pimp. That's fine.
At that point in time, are you the subcontractor or are you just a laborer?
It depends on how the night goes. Oh man. Yep.
How am I gonna get you three in the house?
Whiskey usually would be the trick for me. Ryan just put some
Candy?
Dr. Pepper and ooh, piece of candy.
He's skinny.
Wheat thins.
Yeah, give him a strawberries and cream Dr. Pepper and wheat thins, and he will go anywhere. Give me some
Or
whiskey.
he'll shut up.
No, he won't. He's talking
Oh, I'll
with wheat thins
still
in
talk.
his mouth.
Yeah,
Don't even start that, Marcus.
I'll talk and crunch at the same time.
And then Jeremy
It's
just
rude.
bring Jeremy D&D
Yes.
and video games, and he's there.
Yep.
Just put free dice set or free D20s inside.
Or free tacos. I mean,
dude, you put tacos, any of us are there.
Yes.
Yeah. Which system are we playing on?
Yes.
Where are my car keys? There's my car keys.
Actually, I don't have the Switch anymore. I traded the Switch in and several games and was able to get
His PS5 for like 28 cents. Let me save you all a
exactly
10-minute
28
backstory.
cents. Yeah.
The
28
abridged
cents for a
version.
PS5.
The express version, dude. 10 seconds or less.
But I got the God of War PS5. So
Oh, nice.
yeah, it came with the game.
Really?
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
You got the special version that came with the game?
Yeah. No, man, I went in just trying to put the I don't know, I went and planned my Switch. So I was gonna get store credit, and then here comes FedEx, good old FedEx, and they had 2 PS5s, and the manager is a buddy of mine. So I ended up walking out of there with a PS5.
And the 28 cents that he had, he just left there. He just dropped that out of his pocket on accident.
Well, the 28 cents got me 2-year warranty, and
which is completely pointless because you're going to have the manufacturer warranty to begin with.
Well, it's through GameStop. Right whenever I got it, it's whenever they started finding out that the liquid metal that they're using was dripping out, and it was causing a problem. Well, Sony wasn't doing anything about it. Like, if your PS5 overheated because of that, it wasn't covered.
Oh, they will do something about it. They'll charge you $253 because I just had to send mine in. But luckily, I've got an Asurion account, so $100 later through Asurion, I just got mine back and fixed.
I was going to say 253 was a very, very specific number.
Yes.
Yeah. But with
if you'd have been like 250, I wouldn't have thought anything of it. You're like 253. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
he's had to deal with this personally.
Yes.
Yeah, with GameStop having that extended warranty, if it overheats, which I keep mine laid on its side just for that reason. But if, say, it does mess up, GameStop will replace it. So that's why I went ahead and did it. And plus, I mean, 28 cents. I mean, and then I also got a year of PlayStation Network.
Nice.
I think my favorite system I ever had was I had the Halo. No, I had a Halo 4 Xbox that had the custom dropship sound whenever you open up the disc tray.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then I had the custom opening theme whenever you turned it on or turned it off. And then I also had the Gears of War Xbox One. It was nice.
Man, first gen Xbox in the barracks. You know how you could link them, but through cable?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the way our barracks was, you'd have buildings right here and then buildings right here, and then there was just like this little square that's where everybody would go and smoke. Well,
long cables just being
strewn. You'd look up and you'd see wires going from window to window. I mean, we're all linked up playing Halo, and it just looked like some kind of like how they showed like the nerve, function of the brain. You just see the wires everywhere. So it was interesting, but that's what we mostly did. Hey, forgive me. Thank you. Yes, sir. Son keeps coming in, so I'm gonna
come to work. Child labor laws.
Yeah. He is now going to get me another drink.
Soda, that is. Sorry, I forgot you're in Texas. It's another Coke.
Coke.
Everything's Coke. Yeah. I do that, then.
Why do I have a button?
We've got a robot.
Marcus, none of that was audible by any means.
Why do I feel like
you cut out so hard?
That's what we heard.
It's the area I'm in.
Hey, you got. I'm recording, Bubba.
Can't just be quiet.
No, you can't. You were just like me. You cannot be quiet. Quit lying to me. Go, close the door. I could be quiet. I felt like I was just looking in the mirror, lying to myself.
Yeah.
Kid has big ears and all, just like me. Poor kid.
I mean, what's the use of the giant ears if you don't even listen?
What?
Exactly, Dumbo.
So you got to tuck them in the hat.
I look like a wet dog now, and like. But yeah, we need to get Justin playing some games, some Dead by Daylight,
Dude,
Fortnite,
I
something.
played so much Dead by Daylight before.
I mean, use your tablet and download. You could download Fortnite on your tablet.
I'm probably going to. I mean, I have a Switch as well.
You could use the Switch. Only thing is we'll load in a lot quicker than you. But that's about the only difference. I mean,
either way is fine. I mean, I can just take the tablet because I already have the Xbox controller that has Bluetooth. Use that for everything. It's so nice.
yeah.
I mean, I paid $80 for the damn controller.
Plus, hell, by you jumping in and playing with us, there'll be a lot of bots. It'll allow you to actually, kind of figure it out and get used to the whole mechanics of the game.
You
And
act
then
like I've
give
never
us
played
some more
Fortnite in a time in my life.
You really?
I played before, dude. It's just I stopped when the game became really pay to play, and then all the 5-year-olds were playing it.
It's never been really pay to play. I mean, there's been a couple skins like the army skin or the bush ranger, um, or the superhero skins to where you can make it to where it's all black and then you're hiding in like a dark area. I mean, but other than that, I mean,
What season was it when
you can't
the
pay
portal came out? The dark purple portal.
Is that 4, 3?
Something like that. That's one of the last times I played.
You're talking about whenever it had the downtime. That was the start of chapter 2.
What was it?
Where everything got sucked in.
And then you like released somewhere randomly throughout the map.
Are you talking about?
It was a giant purple portal, dude.
GTS. Google their shit.
That's actually what I'm doing right now.
I figured as much. I saw you grab it. Oh, we lost Marcus again. I just realized it.
So how long was you firefighter? I know you retired, but
I was only 8 years on the full time side, but 12 years on the volunteer side.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I still don't even know why I decided to pick web dev. I mean, I joined the army at 17. That was probably the most secure job I've ever had. because once I got out, I was doing oil field. Started out doing industrial radiography, X-ray and pipeline, and then got my CDL in hazmat and started doing hot oil, going treating tanks of oil, things like that. But then the oil field dropped. It was 2014 or 15, and it was worse than what it did in 2008.
Okay.
So then the next job I had was with a company called Textron. They own Bell Helicopter and a couple other companies, but I had a contract to where we were building the SSC, which is a remake of the LCAT, the hovercraft that the Navy uses. I was a senior assembler test mechanic doing that, but anytime you have a government contract, it's not a, you don't know how long that contract's really going to last because you have to meet certain expectations. And if you're not, man, we hit so many problems with this thing that whenever I started, they were already like 5 years behind schedule. And that I did that for a while, a couple years, and then the VA finally picked me up. Well, I went to the post office after that, and then was able to buy back a good bit of my time, and now I'm 100% disabled veteran. So the VA through a program called VRNE. Used to be vocational rehab, but now it's veteran readiness and employment. They're paying for me to go to school, and I essentially retired at this point, but I figured the Army's been the only steady job I've had, you know. But in the tech field, I mean, you're always going to need that. I mean, especially nowadays. So, steady job.
I mean, that's why I went
Okay.
into cloud stuff. It's because that's going to be job security. Everyone uses the cloud. Apple, Google, Microsoft, Sony, doesn't matter who you are. And by the way,
What's
to
that?
answer the Fortnite question, 2018 was a floating island.
Okay.
Well, I mean, they got a floating island right now.
But it released back in 2018.
Did it say which chapter it was?
Chapter 6.
Chapter 6.
It's fun.
Yeah. I played a little bit ever since the beginning. Like every chapter, I played a little bit, but it never serious with it. The first battle pass I ever bought was whenever Midas came out. Whenever Deadpool was the secret skin.
That was like 2 years ago.
No, that was
Longer?
yeah, that was right after everything got sucked into the portal. It was probably 2019.
February 20 of 2020.
Okay.
Suck it.
Yeah, that's whenever I started playing. Most of it was pandemic. I mean, I think that's when a lot of people uh, actually jumped in.
I mean, Call of Duty's Battle Royale Pass was actually that was fun for a little bit. And then
Well, see,
with all the little young kids, kind of ruined the entire feel of it all.
That's with every game, but
No, when it was like every like 5 to 10-year-old kid is playing it, and it's just the stupidest of stuff.
with that, it started getting too realistic. Um, I think it was Medal of Honor I was playing, or it could have been, I don't know, it could have been Call of Duty or it could have been Battlefield. But there was one game I was playing, and the setting was Iraq, and I'm going through this little village, and I walk through this little gate, and then there's a corner of a building. This guy comes out and just butt strokes me, and it was too realistic.
Were you playing
Like,
a video game or having a wet dream? Getting butt stroked.
Also, yes.
I mean, yeah, but
Gotta break up the more part of the story coming up. So,
well, I mean, for someone that has PTSD and everything,
you choose a lot of games that have guns.
I can't play really realistic games. So I like, I mean, for one, Fortnite's not first person. They've been working on first person, but it's more cartoonish. So it's giving me that happy medium to where I could still play. Instead of having something really realistic and just, you know, I don't know. It's weird. One person's hell, other people find entertaining. You know,
one person's hell's another person's heaven.
yeah.
Just like Jeremy over there playing Horizon still.
No, I'm replying to my buddy who's wanting a game with me. I'm trying to let him know that I'm still in this. I'm like, I'll be out in a little bit.
I mean, we can stop. I mean, we're gone about an hour and 20, almost hour 30 in.
Well, that's up to you guys. I've got the time. He's gonna be on for a while anyways. He was just asking me when I was jumping on so we can get some gaming on.
Oh, what you gonna be playing?
I'm trying to finish this Horizon DLC right now. But him and I always end up like at the end of the night playing Uno. It's just like that long standing like rivalry, just trying to like screw each other with the plus force and everything else. It's
Oh,
actually my buddy that you and I played with Fortnite with that one day.
yeah.
Yeah,
Y'all do it Xbox or Sony?
PlayStation.
PlayStation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got the Xbox Game Pass on my laptop on my Alienware that I got.
Yeah.
So I do that and my Steam on there, and then everything else is normally on the PlayStation for me.
Okay. Um,
Although I finally am getting close to beating Breath of the Wild on the Switch, so finally pulled the Switch back out and started working on that again as well
and
while I'm
see,
at work.
I what was the last Pokemon that came out?
Scarlet Violet.
Well,
Scarlet Violet. Yeah.
before that, it had Dialga as the
Dialga and Palkia,
mythic.
it's Diamond and Pearl.
Yeah, but it was the newer one.
Yeah, it was just Diamond and Pearl, but it was just remastered.
Yeah. Um, I beat that, and then I beat Breath of the Wild, and Zelda games had. It's always been my favorite. Final Fantasy being a close second, but Zelda, that's like the best game in the world. And seeing the trailer for Tears of the Kingdom,
Mhm.
right, kind of hit me right here, and like I sat back real quick, and I'm like, damn, I just got emotional over a video game, like. But it reminded me of childhood and everything, and whenever Zelda was like, Link, we need you, and and you just see, I mean, they did an amazing job on this trailer. And
Yeah, it looks awesome.
there's been a lot of talk on maybe a pro version, or because they have the OLED version of the Switch, and that's the one I had. But they're talking about doing a new one. And I think once that comes out and you know, it makes sense for me to get it, I'm gonna get it just for that Zelda game. Um I have a tat right here that I want to get rid of, and the only reason I want to get rid of it is because I want to have a Link and Zelda, and kind of like a little Nintendo theme.
There
But
you go.
I'm gonna eventually get sleeved out, but it's kind of hard whenever you have certain stuff already there, and kind of.
Like a kanji right here.
Oh yeah,
Tatsuo.
but to kind of add into it,
Oh, yeah.
Is it seriously blurred out on it? It's right there. There you go.
Oh, he's getting naked now.
nah.
Insert music.
Back to that pimps and brushes.
No, like right here, I have like that's Michael, and then the devil. He's about to slay the devil. This one right here is just Grim Reaper. But figure, get rid of Grim, and we're about to leave. Where? The movie theater.
Yeah.
To go see Blue Beetle that doesn't come out until August 18th.
Standing there right now, dude.
Yeah.
Ian, tell your dad to go take you right now.
Yeah. No. But Guardians of the Galaxy will be out. It's coming up Friday.
Technically, depending on which theaters you have near you.
Man, I live in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. There's a previews tonight.
Yeah, for instance, let's just say this right here's Texas, okay? And then my finger's the Oklahoma Panhandle.
Up there.
Yeah, I'm like right here. Like Liberal, Kansas is 40 minutes north of me. Hey.
You mentioned Final Fantasy earlier. You see the trailer for 16?
No, I haven't yet.
So I haven't really played a lot of Final Fantasy. Obviously, 7 was like my big one.
That's
Like we lived,
Ian.
we like lived in our buddy's basement.
Go.
Toke it up,
Disc,
whatever,
disc,
having a good
disc.
old time in high school. But yeah, no, 16 actually looks really wicked. So
Close the door. Yeah, I saw you you posted the other day that you was gonna play you was gonna start binging it.
Yeah.
Playing from one on.
I want to start from the beginning. Well, obviously I'm going to finish this Horizon DLC, and I was thinking about hitting the Last Jedi that was out because the new Star Wars is coming out. So I was thinking about getting that, but I'm not sure. But I want to start at the beginning of Final Fantasy and actually binge it and see if I like the series enough to like really get into it.
Yeah, the character for Star Wars. I saw where they was doing a little press conference, and he was like, "I told you, only way I'm gonna do it is if he's wearing a poncho." And I mean, of course, he comes out wearing the poncho, but no, man, I like these right here. They're like little puzzles. Like I
Oh,
put
nice.
everything together. I found it at Hobby Lobby, and
Okay.
what it
Yeah,
is they're models. I was trying to think of it, but I'm a huge Dragon Ball fan, and of course I got Dragon Ball Z Kakarot,
Okay.
and I've been playing a few of the DLCs, and dude, that's an awesome game. It's to me, it's the best Dragon Ball game they have, uh, because if you've ever watched it, what it is it's essentially it's the series. All the cutscenes are kind of like watching an episode, but then you're actually fighting the battle scenes, but then it's an open world concept that you can fly around and do different things and have little side quests. And I don't know, it's to me it's by far the best Dragon Ball game that they have. Um, and I've been playing a little bit of Sonic Frontiers, but I keep finding myself going back. I'm exercising again, but
let's get this wrapped up.
yeah,
This is going to be a super long thing for me to edit now.
yeah. We need to get Justin to where he's playing, and we'll all jump on and try to have like a game night or something.
Yeah, for sure.
Set some up in the Discord.
Shoot, I was gonna say yeah, we can even get some more of the people off the Discord in there, or even if you guys wanted to do more podcasts or whatever talking about gaming, I'm down for that too. So
Yeah, anytime you got some free time and you want to jump on podcast wise, more than welcome.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
I mean, it's Justin and I, but it's always good to have somebody else, that
Especially
way.
someone
Because I
who can
mean,
shut Ryan up for a little bit.
hey, I've done pretty good this episode,
Because I
and
muted you for a little bit, and then I even kicked you out for a
whatever.
minute.
No, I mean, you and I, we talk all the time, like every day.
Yeah.
So having someone else joining in, it's another perspective. Because for the most part, Justin and I, we just sit there and agree with each other, even on stuff that we don't agree on. So,
No, I mean, we understand one another, but that's it.
yeah.
I like different perspectives.
Yep.
It just shows you the world's not black and white. It's a full rainbow of every person's opinion and thoughts and everything else.
Man, speaking of rainbow, I've been watching the news and all I keep hearing is women are pissed off right now at the moment, because men are coming into the sports world, for women's teams. And there was an MMA fighter identified as a female, but cracked this girl's skull. I mean, like uneven playing fields, big time. And women have wanted to be, equals, and they should be, but whenever you got somebody that isn't good, playing with other guys, so they jump in and do, a woman's sport, it's a clear advantage. And there's been a lot of problems with that. So I mean, I normally have Newsmax playing in the background while I'm doing schoolwork. And if it hasn't been all the news with Tucker Carlson going on, it's been about women's rights and how people are getting fed up. They finally hit the point, like, they respect, if someone wants to be trans, but women have fought many, many years to try to get to where they're at. And now naturally born men are coming in and just messing everything up for them. So there's a lot of women that's been vocal about it.
That can be another podcast topic for the next few times.
Definitely.
I've had a fun time talking to both you and Jeremy and Marcus while he was in here. I know he got busy with everything.
Yeah,
but definitely having Jeremy back would be fun.
Yeah, like I said, I definitely appreciated the invite and getting to sit back and chat with y'all for a bit.
Yes, sir. And as always, we're on every major podcast
platform
and YouTube. Be sure to like, subscribe, ring that bell, show some love. And then until next time, y'all have a good one.
Bye.